Did you open Temmet and you didn't really want to build a go-wide strategy? No one has time for that.
No, I want tokens that have some value stapled to them. So I'm going to cut these 20 cards from the deck.
And we're going to add these 20 cards. And honestly, I'm going to build this commander too, so let's get right into it. Besides this guy just reading insane, what I like most about it is most Reanimator commanders just operate from their graveyard. He is hand and graveyard. He just expands your options greatly.
It's an interesting take on Reanimator where every big badass creature you want in your deck only costs 3 mana. But this deck was primarily built for Temmet. So here are the 20 cards we found to flip it over to Hashaton.
First 5 are Gravecrawler, Dreadhorde Invasion, Gleaming Overseer, Eternal Skylord, and Commence the Endgame. Gravecrawler, we're cutting from both lists. I don't know why it's in either deck. And Amass is just not a mechanic we care about with Hashaton.
Our next 5 cuts are Binding Mummy, Fleshbag Marauder, Cast Out, Angel of Sanctions, and Never Return. These are all inefficient Precon level removal cards, and we're looking to really up the card quality and synergy.
Our next 5 are Wizened Mentor, Bantu's Monument, Plague Belcher, Gempalm Polluter, and Maskwood Nexus. All 5 of these cards care about going wide, and now we care so much more about individual card quality.
We are cutting Gate to the Afterlife, God Pharaoh's Gift, Twisted Abomination, and both temples.
These cards are
There's not a lot to say. These are just not great cards.
And before we get to the good stuff, every Precon needs land adjustment, so our land cuts are going to be the 3 deserts, Evolving Wilds, and Terramorphic Expanse. These lands come into play tapped, which sucks. And if you watch our Temmet video, we already cut the cycled lands from him. Of course we're going to cut it from Hashaton.
In their place, we're running Contaminated Landscape, Gaia Reach Sanitarium, Witch Enchanter, Glasswing Grace, and Suppression Ray. In a deck that's going to be drawing as much as we are, MDSCs give us the option to have less dead cards in our hand.
Okay, good stuff. Our first 3 ads are going to be Kitsa Otterball Elite, Likeness Looter, and Malcolm Alluring Scoundrel. Even though Hashaton only costs 2 mana, he still needs a lot of setup, and we're probably not playing him till turn 4 or 5. So we want to fill the curve with as much free discard effects as possible.
Which brings us to our 4th ad, Teferi, Master of Time. He might as well be master of the budget. I can't believe this dude is less than $5, but this is one of the best planeswalkers in the game.
Our 5th and 6th cards are Ghostly Pilferer and Dream Trawler. 2 completely different sides of the curve, but Hashaton doesn't care. The main point of both of these is that they are free discard outlets.
Our 7th, 8th, and 9th picks, Rights of Refusal, Refute, and Lethal Scheme. These are all cards that are going to be shutting down our opponents while giving us the option to trigger Hashaton.
Our 10th card is Frantic Search. At instant speed, this is basically a free Hashaton trigger from anything in your hand.
Our 11th ad is Karn Living Legacy. I think he's underplayed because he's so specific, but these Power Stones can be used to pay for Hashaton's trigger,
which gives you the ability to make even less friends by paying for Hashaton's triggers even more. Our 12th ad is Spellskite. Creatures just inherently have more value in a Hashaton shell, and protecting him at all costs is absolutely the goal.
Our 13th and 14th ads are Animate Dead and Living Death. The super cool thing about Hashaton is that he is creating token copies of all these creatures that you're discarding, which means they're still in your graveyard and still available to bring back and double up on your value.
Our 15th, 16th, and 17th ads, Angel of the Ruins, Astral Dragon, and Hoarding Broodlord. Combined with our next 3 and Dream Trawler, you have such an intimidating package for only 3 mana.
And then our last 3 picks are Sire of Stagnation, Jin Gataxia's Progress Tyrant, and Sarah's Emissary. This deck is going to become a threat immediately.
I mean, it's a threat as soon as you rule 0 Hashaton. You show
hey guys, I'm playing Hashaton.
Yeah, like, oh cool.
Get him.
Target him.
Yeah, so you need stuff like Jin Gataxias and Sarah's Emissary to protect you from instant and sorcery removal. You get Sire Stagnation in there to draw you cards while they're dropping lands.
That's just an underplayed card in general, I think.
Yeah, I've never seen anyone cast it.
It's so strong. And obviously for 3 mana, it gets a little bit better.
Yeah.
Now I'm going to go brew that deck as promised, so peace out. It's not going to be budget either.